Broadcast live.
What would 2018 be without having an OG to start off the year? You know what I mean?
I call it like the year 2018, hashtag 2018. So we're the A-team right now. We're the OG.
Listen, the A-team, you know what I mean?
The A-team, dog.
You're the first balcony interview we have this year, you know what I mean?
Real?
Yeah.
Okay,
so
cool,
that's what I'm saying.
I've been watching you from a distance. Every time like you scroll up on my YouTube, I'll be like, should I watch this? Nah. You know, like I've been kind of just staying away from like the politics and music. Yeah, I'm like, nah. When I'm ready, I'll be there. And here I is, man.
Man, you've been highly controversial though, you know what I mean? Yeah. Why?
I don't know, man. I think like every once in a while, everybody just blows up, man. You know, like you go through that moment of like everything that you've been holding back, you know, like the perceptions that have been made of you, like you're this kind of like, you know, clean-cut person, or this going on in your life, or this and that, you know, and like your private life now also not going out public. You kind of have that moment where you just kind of like explode, man. Like, I mean, every artist has had that, you know, I can all count them, you know, and yeah, that was just an explosion moment, and it was necessary. I've learned really to like trust the process, like, you know, believe that everything happens for a reason, you know, for like, you know, a greater good, you know, and I guess Gajelwa is pseudo proof of that.
Yeah. It's a dope song. Thanks,
man.
I was singing it last night, you know.
Oh.
You know.
All right. What a feeling.
I mean, I see the remnants of that, like, confronting things. I saw your post.
Yeah.
And one of our posts, you know, you said something about like about the AKA song that dropped. You said you love the song, but you just don't like. You never liked the other one, the one with Dumi.
No. I know you're the one who's like, if there was a lawyer here, you'd be like, Your Honor, please, this guy's putting words in my client, you know what I'm saying? No, I just said, like, you know, I really love the new joint, Sweet Fire. I was seeing everybody posting about it. Like, I saw Kid X posting about it and everyone else, and I'm like, let me just check it out. I'm about to drive. I was going to the funeral, the Lucas Mangope funeral. So I bought the track, and first thing, felt and I felt like the beat just took me, dog. Like, for me, like, that beat is reminiscent of, like, late 80s, early 90s, you know, just when there was that transition between pop R&B and like hip hop, you know, like and bubblegum as well. For me, like it's a beautiful joint, you know what I'm saying? So everyone is like, nah, man, like I fought on this track, I don't like this. Super Mega's dope, but he's weak on this one. And I was thinking to myself, I really must be an OG, because clearly I don't know what's hot, you know what I'm saying? You know, so, but then I said to, like, you know, the other one, the blue single, because that one is a pink single, right? The blue single for me is highly disappointing because, like, man, it's 20 motherfucking 18, man. Go para gin them on, you know what I'm saying? Like, can you just leave Mona alone? You know, like, there's so much that we could really, like, celebrate about, like, you know, the Pina Zabaya without having all the other stuff in it. But having said that, you know what I'm saying, I also respect the platform that hip-hop is about. Hip-hop is a platform of expression, you know what I'm saying? Like, it would really be like unlikely for us to just like now pretend to be on some other tip that we're not. If you have something to say, you probably use that platform to say it, you know? But I just really thought like, oh man, it's so old, guys, let's just move on, you know, like we could just making music, you know what I'm saying? That's why for me, the song Sweet Fire, I mean, me and my boy, we've been playing it like the whole weekend, you know, on repeat. And we've been like, you know, is he talking about Bonang or Uagai? And I'm like, I think he's talking about a bottle, you know, he's having this thing with a bottle, you know, Sweet Fire could be like vodka, and, you know, like we had this whole debate, and I love that, you know, for like music, you know, if not taking shots to anybody, you know what I'm saying, it creates conversation, it creates debate. That's what hip-hop was about before Google. That's what was like our Britannica, it was our encyclopedias before. So like, that was pretty much what I was saying, you know what I'm saying? But like, all love to everybody making music, man. At the end of the day, it all makes sense 10 years from now. Right now, when we're in the midst of it, it all just seems like, why, you know what I'm saying? But like, when time kind of like, you know, passes, everybody's like, yo, man, it was necessary.
What was that for anyway?
It was necessary.
Yeah, because I felt that like maybe some people could have seen that post, or
as like taking sides, whatever.
As in you, like, you know, with yourself and your history with Casper. I mean, are you guys cool now though?
Yeah, I mean, we've always been cool. Like, I love how people ask me, are you guys cool now? And I'm always like,
I mean, you know what I mean?
I'm always like,
I mean, it's because you sometimes just say things. You know what I mean? You said, I mean, like you. I remember even when MT was giving you a shout out, you said something, and you're like, why is he even giving you a shout out anyway? You know what I mean?
It wasn't even about MT giving the shout out. You know what I'm saying? That whole thing, it was based on, and I hate talking about this. I hope this is the last time.
It's the last time.
Like, I was like saying, it was my woman actually, like, who sat me down and said, MT's not dissing you on this track, you know, because I hadn't heard the song before. I was hearing all this flag from my cousins, so it was coming from everywhere, you know what I'm saying? I hadn't heard the song, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the wife is like, yo, man, trust me, if there's anybody who is the shade whisperer, you know what I'm saying, it's me. I catch shade, it's not fair, you know, even if it's subliminal, you know what I'm saying? And I know that song, he's not talking shit about you, in my mail, you know what I'm saying? So we watched the video. So I'm like, even liking the song as I'm watching it, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, this is a dope track, whatever. If you talk about parting, so I'm like, oh, so it's like a hashtag rhyme. What's that? I'm like, no, it's like essentially like, it's like he's making a description or whatever using you, you know what I'm saying? But it's not necessarily about you type of thing, whatever. But
hashtag rhyme.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, you know, that whole thing of like, you know,
Nicki Minaj does a lot of this hashtag.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like Drake and all of that, you know what I'm saying?
Drake.
So I was like, you know, Pina Energy, like, it's actually not bad. Now, one time I go Cape Town. We were performing, doing a gig with Mikasa. MT's there, I'm meeting him for the first time. Yo, man, dope track, like, whatever, it's all good. After the show, one of the sound guys, Mikasa, you know, he comes like, MT, I don't know, we were talking about something. Hey, Jeva. I'm like, dog, what the hell, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, like the song is, he's like, I'm like, no. So now, everywhere I go, I'm playing advocate for this dude, you know what I'm saying? Everywhere, I'm like now, the guy who says, actually, he's not saying anything about me, like, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, but that's the thing.
But you see though, this is the responsibility that we have also as OGs, right? Of you find that even that guy, the Mikasa guy, he literally like probably hasn't even heard the MT song in detail, but he's heard all your songs in detail. So he takes your word as gospel before he's even heard that. So we start, like for us, that's why I'm saying I saw your post, because it almost starts becoming like we got to be a little bit more careful, because people are misinterpreting things, and we don't want to be. I mean, I don't want to be caught up in the crossfire. I was battling snares.
And mind you, I agree, because I mean, social media alone, besides the celebrity thing, whatever, between two normal people talking to each other, there's like chances of broken telephones are very high. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like already, like you have so many characters to express you whatever that you need to say. So like obviously things can like kind of get whatever misconstrued or whatever, but. Bottom line is, like, there was just that whole thing of like the frustration of like everything just building up, and like you had that explosion moment, you know what I'm saying? But man, like, in a way, like, I could say like, guys, this or whatever, but it was said, you know what I'm saying? And it's what it is. I've just always loved the song, and it's taken for what it is. Always like now going to be recorded in history's verbatim, and that's perhaps the lesson that we have to take from it. You know what I'm saying? In life, there are no mistakes; it's just lessons.
So I mean, if I look at your discography, you literally like went through a phase where you were creating like some conscious music for a bit, you know, message music. You know, I remember that you even had a music video for it. You know,
This is Pasopa.
Yeah. And then you kind of like took a break a bit. I mean, what made you to kind of take that to kind of go, okay, I'm not gonna drop another Twaka Java. I'm actually gonna not say you weren't saying anything on those tracks, but like I'm actually gonna say something that's a little bit more conscious. What made you even take that direction and walk away from what we know as Java?
I wasn't even trying to be like different or walk away from anything. I was busy recording something actually. I was working on a project called Motswako Republic at the time, and my little cousin calls me. Yo, Malume Jabu, Baru Tunta, you know, my little cousin, my other cousin, Peko's daughter. So she calls me, yo, Malume Jabu, like Baru Tunta, Mapurisa, Amo, Kukasira, whatever. because there's strikes and all of that stuff, whatever. I'm like, why are they shooting at you, whatever? So we try to follow the whole thing on Facebook. We see posts of kids holding like, bullet rounds and all that stuff. And then she goes on to tell me, library or one of the establishments over there. And that made me so mad, I was like thinking to myself, like, I don't even remember what they were arguing about. It was something to do with the dean of the varsity or whatever. And I was like thinking, why isn't anybody like coming to speak to these kids? Why isn't this person of authority, be it a mayor, be it a head of anything, coming to speak to these kids? You know what I'm saying? Why are these kids crying to a rapper? You know what I'm saying? Got me so mad. I was with BFB at the time. He had just come through from Malawi, and I told him, like, yo, just do me a track. This just sounds like, do me like a trap song. You know what I'm saying? I want like something that sounds like, what's this dude's name again? Coco, whatever the dude's name is. I'm in love with the Coco.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah,
guy.
and that man. Yeah, OGs. Yeah. It's like when you put like hashtag OGs. Yeah. So like, yeah, I'm like.
His name is O.
Yeah. His name is I'm in love with the Coco.
Yeah, I'm in love with the Coco.
So now I'm like, hey, when I'm shopping, I'm in love with the Coco. Like makes a beat like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, we're just gonna put some knowledge over here. Before we record, the premise of the song, this is not a song for radio. This is not a song that's going to be on high rotation on TV. That's why I even posted that whole thing of like, I dare any one of the big stations to play this track. If you do, you're really down for this movement for the kids, whatever. So I did that whole thing, and it had like, it's spin bags with the man, you know what I'm saying? The man came to my gate and like, they waved their finger at me, and I was like, all right, cool, I will take a step back, you know what I'm saying, and chill. So I've just been like doing my thing and trying to do a whole lot of projects, pretty much.
Broadcast live